Hey there, welcome back to another edition of Just Try DIY Today. We're back on the Dodge today, and let me show you something a little special. Let's go ahead and get started. So what we're doing today is I had a little change of plans. I was going to these big chrome mirrors here. I was actually going to do something I hadn't done before, and I was going to try and wrap them. I got some vinyl wrap, vehicle wrap, that we were going to try and get these all wrapped up, and I was even going to try and do an embossed Just Try It logo underneath the wrap. But I had some situation that kind of came up with as we started taking these apart. We found out I found out a couple of things. For one, well, I didn't do my research. I thought these popped off from the outside. Come to find out, there's a little Torx screw that's on the inside that do hold these lights on here. And so then I said, okay, fine. We'll start taking up, you take off this outside part of the mirror, and then you can get to that screw. As I started pulling it off on this driver's side, somebody at some point has changed this side mirror out. And it's not the newer style that pops off. And so I end up cracking the inside of it. To make a long story longer, I tried to go the cheap route, and I thought, well, I'll just find me another set of mirrors and I'll just swap out the housing. Well, that doesn't work either, because the inside of the housing where this thing pivots down here actually has a pressed in piece that you cannot take apart. So I'm back again. So then I ended up having to buy another set of mirrors, and that's what we're going to do today. We're deleting some of the chrome off of this truck, and we're going to put the regular old black mirrors on here. Unfortunately, I end up getting rid of my, well, you guys can't see that over there. That joke here is moose power. When these things stick out, they look like a couple of big old moose antlers. So hey, today we are going to change out the big chrome mirrors for some black ones. So let me get some tools out, and we'll show you what we got to do. All right, guys, so what we got to do to get these off, it's not too bad. It's not a hard process, just a little lengthy to get everything pulled off. There is a panel up here, just pressure clips, comes off pretty easy. Next step is trying to get this panel off here. They have, let me zoom in here, right here on the corner here, these are kind of pressed in screws, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, I think there's 5 or 6 of them that go around here. They're not too hard to take out, but I'll take those out and then show you what we got to do next. Take these out. They look like Phillips, but they don't, nothing really fits on those things. So what I do is try and take a screwdriver, get right behind it just like that, and pull the screw out itself. And then the clip that's inside of here, when you push that screw in there, it folds it out to keep it held in there. So once you get underneath here, you can pull this one out since this front is out. Work it back and forth a little bit, and it pops out. See there? You can see how that pops out as you try and put that in there. This folds in when you push it in. Then as you put that through there, it just pushes itself out to hold those in. So definitely reuse all these. I'll go ahead and get the rest of them pulled out. All right, then after we get all those screws taken off the outside, there's this little panel that's right inside of here. You can get a little screwdriver. I've had people tell me you can get your fingernail in there and pop this thing out, but that holds back or covers up a screw, Phillips screw. It just sits inside of here. I'll take that out, and then we can take out this framing here, pop that out, and then we can get the door handle out and get this panel pulled off, or not completely off, but pulled out of the way so we can get to the plug-in for the mirror. Now I can pull this whole door panel off, pull the bottom out, like that. Pull it up over the door lock and out, and there we go. So what we're going to look for here is this wire here that comes down for the mirror. There's two plugs here on the back side, a black one and a white one. And of course there's two little keepers that hold them in there. Easier to get them with a little screwdriver. Pull them back, that one and that one, so you can see. Let me zoom you in here so you can see, so you know what you're getting into. Right there, that little keeper right there. Pull that down, of course releases it. Now the easy part, we have three 10mm nuts there. Oh, get you up here where you can see these 10mm nuts that are right here on the mirror itself. We'll take those off. We can switch out the mirror. All right, now we can go ahead and plug these back in to the panel where they were before. Not a bad idea to go ahead and test things out before you button everything back up to make sure it works. Mirrors tilt. Check to make sure the puddle light works. And of course, double check those turn signals too. All right, absolutely everything works on there. We're going to go ahead and get everything buttoned up, and we'll show you when they're done. All right, so after everything was buttoned up, I went to shut the door, and good thing I didn't try to slam it, because this little bolt right here is actually hitting right here on the inside edge. Actually scratched it up pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a little grinder and see if I can't knock that thing down. There's no threads on it. It's just longer than maybe what it needs to be. So we'll see if I can knock that down, and we'll come right back. All right, as you can see, I went ahead and I knocked down that outside little edge that was there. Knocked it off there, and everything clears just fine now. And here, we'll back off and there we go. Close the door just fine. Mirrors work great. All wiped off. Hey, I'm going to go work on the other side, and hey, while I go work on the other side, why don't you guys go down, hit the subscribe, like it, share it, subscribe to it, all that good stuff, and hey, we'll see you next time. Later.